the problem we have in Nigeria is bandwagon fellowship. We won't continue with that. Let me give you an instance. Labour Party is a conveyor belt for P2B. It's a platform for him to achieve his aim and objective. It's not because it's the greatest party in Nigeria. If there had been an independent candidate approved by the Constitution, probably he will run as an independent candidate. He will get the same momentum that is following him. The youth will rise. The youth did not make a decision, and we did not make a decision on the basis of party. It's on the basis of candidate. We want to interrogate that. We don't want bandwagon effect. During the APC in 2015, they had bandwagon effect. What did it yield us? Poor economy, lack of economic activities, lack of security, depreciation naira. We don't want to do that. The voters are intelligent enough to make a choice between A and B. Yes. If Labour has 30% representation in covering and structure, if you are thinking about structure, P2B wouldn't be putting the waves he makes. We're not interested in that. There's 3 ballots. One for the president, 2 for the House of Representatives. And in those ballots, there are symbols of party in it. Kukuruku, Papa, Mama, Pikin. Our choice is Papa, Mama, Pikin for president. Kukuruku for Senate. We are intelligent enough to discriminate. Let them stop insulting voters as if you're not smart.
Yes, sir.
If you don't read number 1, 2, 3, you will read number 1, 2, 3 where Kukuruku is. You will read 1, 2, 3 where Labour is. You will see the Kukuruku. You will see Papa, Mama, Pikin.
Yes, sir.
Who cannot distinguish between the votes? So that we have balanced argument. If we do bandwagon effect, and then they say because it's Labour or because it's APGA, how can you interrogate them? We are not going to do bandwagon effect. APC has taught us that it didn't work. We will discriminate. Now, everybody cannot be senator at the same time. Everybody cannot be House of Representatives member at the same time. But we are talking about available candidates that came out, and we made our choices on those bases. If somebody neglects you, he's taking your vote for granted.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The candidates know we exist. If they don't come to us, they're insulting us. Look, how would it feel like somebody you are going to give your vote, it will keep you waiting for 2 hours, and then the person just walks in here, and you stand up to greet him again. A senator who have been a member of the House of Representatives for 8 years, 8 years, and a member of the Senate for 12 years. Putting it together is 20 years. What do you have to show for it? What do you have to show for it? Who are the legislative aides? Jonathan period was the most lucrative period for FCT. 20 national appointments, 20 definite national appointments. Where did they go to? Abuja is supposed to be a city for all zones. In fact, in Abuja here, we talk about residents. That's what it should be. Every person who has a voting power here has the right to vote. And democracy is about majoritarianism. Then government is for balancing. The federal character is in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But for voting, you have to take the majority votes. If you don't take the majority votes, you lose an election. If your voting capacity is about 60 to 62%, and you put a voting capacity that has about 2%, you will lose. It doesn't need rocket science to say that. If you interrogate balancing in voting capacity and you don't negotiate it, how do you get the other people with the voting power to throw your votes for you? Jonathan was the most lucrative coach. 20 to 25 positions came to FCT. There's none in the 6-zonal structure. The 6-zonal structure that was picked, that were represented. That is not inclusiveness. Politics are about goods and services. It's not about nepotism. It's not about dictatorship. It's not about winner takes all. If I'm going to give you my vote, you must have a social contract with me. You must have an agreement.
Yes, sir.
I must know what is here.
Yes, sir.
It's not carry go. It's not carry for your people. FCT is a city for all Nigerians. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And if we come together with the Middle Belt and the Southern Caucasus and agree Canada, it means that we have fair representation. Because we have not been represented. For the first time, we are asking questions. Let me ask all of you, including the journalists. Who knows how many legislative aides that a senator gets in Abuja? Who knows? Good. Who knows what their pay is? Everybody in FCT is entitled to a reference letter from a senator and House of Representatives. Have anyone been given?
No.
Everyone in FCT is entitled to appointment. Have anyone been given?
No.
How can we keep going on like this? We have to interrogate those that represent us, those that take our votes.
Yes, sir.
Elective representation is about people. How can people you employ now turn out to rule you? You employ them, you give them conditions of service. Look at it. For 24 years of democracy in Nigeria, Abuja has been left with 2 House of Representatives, 1 senator. Why are our legislative representatives not able to increase it to 2 or 4 so that we have more space?
Yes.
They don't even have the ability to speak in the National Assembly.
At all.
Have any one of them passed any bill?
No way.
We can't continue like this. So, for the national, it's national. P2B is for national.
Yes, sir.
But we reside in FCT. We must have to make our choices and decisions. And if somebody thinks it's carry go, we are saying that we are the voters. Simple and short. And we have studied all of them. We are not playing tribalism. We are not interested in that. If you are playing tribalism, after all, the 3 positions for elective position for the 20 years have been held by 1 tribe. We are talking about accommodation, seeing the other person. If you factor tribe into it in FCT, we will move ahead. It's a matter of competence and drive and fair representation.